Some levels of anxiety are good. If we didn't have anxiety when we saw a mole or a bump or something on us that was irregular and we just blew it off, we would maybe could be in some kind of health, putting ourselves in a health risk. But there's enough anxiety there that makes you think, oh, I better get that checked out. So there's that type of anxiety. And then there's anxiety like excitement. If you are getting ready to do something new or different, you get kind of excited and may have a little bit of anxiety, like it's like an exciting anxiety. It feels different than a scary anxiety, but it's like revving you up and releasing dopamine and getting you ready. And then there's the anxiety that comes with worry and nervousness and fear. And that's the anxiety that most people talk about having. But I think it's funny that we talk about, I know I used to say I had anxiety. It's almost like I could envision bringing it with me. I don't say I had happiness or I had sadness, like it was an extension of me, but I had anxiety and was like, I just have this vision in my head of like getting ready to go somewhere and having to bring that with me. And I don't know why that's rolling around in my head today, but it is true. And it's almost like an excitement, like an addiction to excitement. When you have that anxiety and that fear, the dopamine that's released produces a drug in your body and releases other hormones, which starts, you start then becoming addicted to that feeling. And then your mind, that sneaky subconscious, attaches to that as, oh, this feels good. This is something she needs. And so you start downloading that program with not realizing that you're doing it, that is something that you go to feel good, even though it doesn't feel good. It produces those hormones, that excitement that you're used to, that dopamine. And so when I look back at like having my anxiety, what I didn't have was confidence. What I didn't have was high self-esteem. What I didn't have was being sure of myself. So in order to combat the anxiety, which is the worry and the fear and talking, thinking of people talking about you or how they feel about you, getting all caught up in this outside world and really creating more of that dopamine. You need to create more of, I had to create more self-confidence, belief in myself, notice the happiness, feel the other feelings, and let the anxiety just be there for me to protect me when I need it, because we do need to have some sense of fear in our lives. But yeah, that's what I woke up with all this going on, and I thought, this is just odd that we talk about our anxiety like it's something we bring with us, not like when I had happiness. I have happiness. Yeah, I have happiness. I have sadness. No, I have anxiety and it's crippling me and I can't do what I need to do. And I know there are a lot of different levels, but it builds up over time. The more you create that dopamine and fear and that feeling inside of you, the more you become addicted to that feeling. And that is, takes work. I had to work a long time trying to change my thoughts, my feelings that were attached to everything, knowing that I was safe, digging up old thoughts and worries and, you know, feeling things that I didn't necessarily want to feel before. But then when it became too much, it was time to really feel and know that I was going to be okay and safe. And I was, maybe the biggest thing was hitting bottom, just being so sick of it, so sick of that going on in your head all the time. So you can have anxiety, you can have happiness, you can use anxiety to combat fear. There's a lot of emotions going on in there that are getting ignored when anxiety takes over. So, yeah, have a good day. Take all that in. Thanks, guys.